All right. Welcome. We are in the lobby now, and we're here with Conflicted co-casting.
Hello.
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 Yeah, so Max Thrust banned BOE and Sky Temple, and ARAM banned Braxis and Garden. And then All Random All Middle Age picked Infernal Shrines.
Oh yeah.
Love that
Good
map.
old good old Infernal Shrines. Yep. A classic.
All right, we've actually casted both of these teams. So, trying to remember what we have on ARAM side. Was there anything crazy that came out last time?
Oh man, my memory is not that good. I'd have to go back and look at some of that, which I actually will do.
Is it worse than mine?
Probably. I drink a lot of beer.
Yeah, yeah.
I kill a lot of brain cells.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Um, just gonna send a little link really quick. All right. Yeah, it looks like we're still waiting on one.
So I'm looking through the game that I watched. ARAM played against Collecting Countless Stars, and they picked Augur in two of the games. So we could be seeing
Hmm.
a pick or a ban on Hogger, especially on this map.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is like
Yeah,
more than anybody. This is a Hogger favorite.
yeah, prime Hogger stomping grounds. So what are we under? This is D West.
Oh yeah. What are the rankings in D West? It's a smaller division, right?
Yeah, only 6 teams, so that
Okay.
round robin each other. It looks like Max Thrust and All Random All Middle Aged are separated by only 1 point. However, Max Thrust has one extra game played, so but both of them kind of hovering in that middle area of the standing, so that will likely swing one way or the other for this match. After this match,
Yeah, I mean, so you've been in a smaller division before. How does like the playoff system work for that?
I'm trying
Like,
to
does
remember
everybody
if
make them?
I think just everybody made them,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong here. Actually, I can pull that up. Let me see. Last season, season 14, and that I was in D West. So we had 6 teams in the division as well because we our seventh team dropped out. So what they did for that tournament was, oh no, it was a top four. Okay, so only 4 teams made it, and they literally just did a semifinal round and then a final.
Okay.
So yeah, gotta. It was a pretty quick tournament there.
So it basically is. It's just a scaled down version. They take the top like two-thirds of the table.
Yeah, I guess
You know.
since they can't get 8, um, yeah, they just chop that in half and still go with the even settings. Other if they did all 6, I guess they could do like you'd have like the top 2 teams would get like a bye week or a bye to the next round. But
Okay.
yeah, no. Instead, it's just yep, just 4 teams.
Well, oh yeah, remind me place, what places are they? I guess I could pull it up, but you know.
They are. Hang on one sec. Yeah, all random, all middle age is currently in third place, with Max Thrust in fourth.
Okay. I mean, some
Uh,
implications. These are the games that you have to win to.
yeah, and there's not really any. So there's no undefeated teams in this division. Um, Already, like everyone has at least one game lost. All random, all middle aged actually only has one game lost. They have the least games lost, but they've only played two matches. So,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, but the top four and really five of this division are all still pretty close. Nobody's running away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean all the more important.
Oh yeah,
All right. Valksley says go ARAM. Winter Star, hello. Ace says good luck, but to both teams or just one?
only one can have the luck.
Which one? All right, looks like we're starting pretty soon.
Yeah, so I wonder if Max Thrust will have researched their opponents and maybe I'm gonna predict I'm gonna predict that Hager doesn't make it through this ban phase. This can be my prediction.
Okay. Yeah, so we got a couple for maximum thrust. And one for ARAM.
Rhaegar first banned. That seems targeted.
Yeah. I mean, Rhaegar still strong, but yeah, some people just like to play a lot of Rhaegar.
Yeah, and I mean, since we've got a few rounds in the belt, teams usually at this stage start target banning a little bit more.
Yeah. Which I like that. I like that better. I like whenever teams like know each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's more fun.
Get some respect bans.
No surprise on the Stukov. Have you casted a game where Stukov was in the game?
Not that I can remember. Yeah,
Like,
mostly always banned out. Yeah.
Greymane. That's got to be targeted.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They did some research, but so well, I don't know. So Hogger's left open so far. I wonder if it's just me focusing on the Hogger. Maybe these teams aren't even thinking about it, but I wouldn't be surprised though to see one of the teams pick him up.
Yeah, I mean maybe like a third ban type thing.
Yeah, it could be.
It's like Joe Stukov still take that kind of priority. Um,
W Star taking his Sylvanas.
right, Poppin' Fresh takes Blaze and Anduin. Muffin Man picks Anduin.
Yeah, good picks.
Yeah,
Good, strong, versatile early picks there.
yeah, really versatile because it's like Blaze. I mean, both of those are just like they seem like they're just always good, and
Oh yeah.
then we have some flexibility on the damage later on the for counters and tank.
Diva being picked up by Zelev. Diva's a good shrine clear. Can zone the other team off with her bomb as well.
Oh yeah. Also, Tassadar. See him
Yeah,
a lot
get
on
that.
this map.
Yeah, I think it's important to have at least one hero that can kill minions like over a wall, so you don't actually have to be standing on the objective.
Yeah.
That's why like a lot of people pick Asmodan on this map for that
Mm-hmm.
reason. Interesting ban on that Malfurion.
Honestly, I didn't even notice. I looked down at something. Yeah, that's a very interesting ban on Malfurion.
So
Don't feel like you see
hard.
that a whole lot. Brightwing, like, not
Yeah,
even touched
Brighton's
this
still
entire
up.
game. That's crazy.
Brightwing, Lucio, Deckard's still up. We see a lot of Deckard.
Yeah.
Seems to be pretty popular. All right. So ARAM picking up their own ranged shrine clear there in that Chromie. Very, very safe hero. At least in terms of providing lots of vision and has that incredible range.
Yeah, I really like ARAM's comp right now.
And they do go for that Brightwing, so
Yeah.
cool. Brightwing ETC picked up.
I still like. I mean, Blaze with an Anubarak, and then also having that light bomb you can throw on either of those targets. That I feel like that's just going to be really impactful.
It's actually not that many Mosh interrupts yet. Okay,
Oh
Tychus
yeah, there
Grenade
you
adds a
go.
nice one.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, ARAM's comp is very scary. I've talked about this before. Tychus is one of my favorite heroes to be picked up on Infernal Shrines because of that Odin. On top of just Tychus being good, but Odin on the shrine is pretty hard to fight into.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right. What are your predictions? Let's go just off of draft. Let's
Yeah,
say
no,
don't see the team names, you don't see player names, you're just looking at the draft.
definitely all random all middle age has a better comp on paper, I think. Not to take anything away from the heroes that Max Thrust chose, but they're just not. There's not as many like S tier heroes on that side.
Yeah.
Not quite as many. But I mean, both comps have all of the pieces that you would want on this type of map. So
Yeah.
it's really I don't see any reason why either team would struggle too heavily into the other comp.
Yeah, that's why we play. Got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. It looked like ARAM kind of moved down towards the bottom there for a second. Maybe I don't know if they'd seen the Sylvanas yet or not. Thinking about countering
Yeah,
some cheese or
it was
getting
Blaze
some
kind of
cheese of
was
their own.
Blaze was hovering top ish kind of in between top and mid, and the rest kind of were hovering bot, staying mounted. ETC taking a lot of damage. Oh, the grenade gets him.
Off by the grenade. So this will be a scaling W or dagger build Sylvanas.
Okay.
Um, Beta build picked up by the Anubarak. Grenade build, or at least the beginnings of a grenade build for Tychus.
Yep. W build Chromie. All right.
Yeah, and the Blaze taking the adrenaline stim pack instead of, not really wanting to work towards that unstoppable. So Blaze will actually not be able to interrupt the mosh pit without that talent.
Yeah, pretty much solely reliant. A Nubarak obviously can, but Grenade's going to be kind of be that more reliable one. So it looks like we got some dual soak action going on between Blaze and Diva.
It's got to be a boring matchup. I don't even think that those heroes are even capable of killing one another.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
A little invade. Yeah, ARAM has definitely been prioritizing these camps, and they do get the kill on Sylvanas.
Yeah, Modus trolling using that large Anubarak hitbox to block that corridor off.
Yeah. So they got all three camps, which is that, and then obviously the 2 kills, a full level lead for ARAM.
Yeah, absolutely. That's about 3,000 bonus experience just from mercenary camps so far for all random, all middle aged.
Yeah, that's honestly pretty much a dream start so far. Arcane Punisher on the first one, as Diva is just up here clearing. Zyla pretty confident, still going to get out. Take a little damage, as we do have a little bit of cheese bot. I love to see it. And yeah, that's going to get more than the Punisher if that's not dealt with
there's
like
no
now.
response coming to that yet. Yeah.
Chromie is coming down, but that's probably not going to be enough to stop this train, as we do have another wave coming in. Test Vacuity eating the full combo.
Yeah, with Blaze here, they should be able to push them out. But anyone shows up to put even more pressure on it. So Max Thrust kind of putting all their cards on doing damage to this bottom fort.
Yeah, I mean, we're still at 30 out of 40, so it's like, man, they got some time. Even as Muffin Man rotates down.
Cutie taking a little damage.
But still, I mean, might not get the whole thing, just this one wave, but that's still pretty, yeah. Good dash
no,
out.
That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage for
Yeah.
for this first one.
I mean, I like it. I think one, like Maximum Thrust was kind of down a little bit. It's like, hey, let's not fight. Let's just get some guaranteed structure damage and kind of go from there. They're confident in their clear, and so far it looks like it's at least even. Like they'll kind of come out ahead.
Right, it's going to end up being probably pretty even. Yep. So they're within those forts are within 500 health of each other. So almost exactly the same value in terms of structure damage.
Yeah, but XP is going to be a little bit of a problem here in a minute once we get 10, as we do get top camp taken and this middle. Kind of a weird split by Maximum Thrust right now. It looks like they're kind of regrouping bottom. Barber may be in trouble. Yeah, Muffin Man gets the pull.
We have 10s being picked up on all random all middle age. We got Cocoon, Bunker, Commander Odin, Light Bomb, and Temporal Loop.
Yeah, no real surprises there.
Yep, all looks pretty good.
Mosh, Mind Control, Bunny Hop, Blink Heal, and Black Hole for Maximum Thrust. So again, yeah, pretty standard, pretty straightforward ults.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about it, but Light Bomb is a decent. I mean, if you have to cast it to interrupt Mosh, like it's not too bad. 60-second cooldown to interrupt a 2-minute cooldown.
Yeah, right. So it looks like Blaze should snipe that top forward as this bottom one goes down.
Barber in some trouble.
They do get a Mosh that goes down. And a Mind
Yep,
Control.
Light Bomb. Anyone getting low, but is able to get out.
Barber getting low too, but doesn't look like there's enough going down on each side.
I mean, this fort has to get poked down here.
Yeah, for sure.
There it goes. Blaze soaking that whole time, though. Able to get a little bit more advantage on that experience.
Yeah, this one's just announced. 13's probably not going to be here in time, for at least the beginning of this, but
Zealot's
Diva
gonna pop that bomb, yep.
just gets out.
Well,
User
saved by
error.
lightning.
As Blaze gets Mind Control, has to pop Bumper, Diva bunny hopping, trying to get him out. And he just turns around and eats straight in.
Yeah, Abraham has a ton of potential stun follow-ups and roots.
Yeah, Vacuity got a good black hole to knock some of the team away, but also had the temporal loop and just couldn't pull away from that one. So it looks like Max Thrust is going to have to kind of back off of this one.
After the Brightwing saved the life of that Diva, they turned around and used the bunny hop, and it looked for a second like that was going to be enough to turn the tide, but since no kills came out, yeah, the just heavy stun and root comp from all random all middle age, pushing them away.
Yeah. I thought top wave was going to get a little bit of value. It looks like bottom. Oh, there's so much experience bot. Blaze will pick that up. Tychus picking up that XP top, and they're just kind of rolling that lead. Not hard pushing this one, but it does look like they'll at least get the kill on Diva. ETC Q's in. Black hole does come out. Mosh interrupted. Temporal loop. This might be the end of ETC.
Ooh, yeah.
As perfect time. I love Odin, popping Odin right at the tail end of like a Punisher or something pushing, and then just getting that extra siege.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
All meanwhile, Blaze push bot out and capping that bottom camp.
Cocoon onto Tastadar, but Aram deciding not to go too heavily at that one.
Yeah, it was almost like they were just stopping Tassadar's clear, It's like, hey, just put a pause on Tassadar and let us do a little bit more damage. It looks like they want that mid.
Cocoon, like, even if you're just hopeful that something can happen. I mean, it's a 70-second cooldown. It's not
yeah.
long. Yeah, so not too much punishment for going ahead and trying something out, even if that doesn't work out. It's not like Mosh Pit. Mosh Pit, 2-minute cooldown,
Yeah, it's
What
all
kind
right.
of
I
hurts
mean,
when that one doesn't hit.
20 seconds and it's up again. So no.
Now he did get ETC did pick up that level 13 encore, so heroes hit by face melt or the amp reduces your heroic cooldown by 5%. So um, yeah, I don't know, just a little bit of helpful cooldown reduction on that.
Yeah, yeah, that one's good. Let's see. Looking through some other talents. Yeah, full beetle build, collision course, typical 13-16 for Blaze, and then the double leap of faith. As we do have the invade on Diva.
Yeah, poor Diva just kind of getting bullied around.
Yeah.
These attempts. Riley
Oh.
with the save once again. Light bomb being used. Oh boy. Well, the Diva got
Oh.
out.
ETZ can't even click the R button. Like.
Yeah, just immediately interrupted. Oh my gosh. Still alive for now, but yeah, lots of stuns coming through. So, I mean, that all started with the invade onto Diva, and Diva was the only one to live there.
Yeah.
Odin getting popped.
Yeah, I love it.
On the backside of the fight, yeah.
It's like, I love when teams do this. It's like, we got the momentum. We have a new Barak, you know, Tychus on Odin and a camp. Let's just get some free structure damage.
Yeah, they might be able to get this whole keep if they really go into it heavy, but maybe opting to play it safe and back out instead.
Yeah, Blaze already getting an early lead on the Shrine. As Sylv just comes back up, they will have 16 by the time they get there. And probably a little window where they can pick a fight and try to make something happen.
Yeah, I think they're gonna need to. This is a frozen Punisher. It could be potentially really dangerous.
It's just tough to walk into everything that all random all middle age has. It's just so much like
immediately cocoon the mosh again.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, a new rat just waiting to hear that dance music.
Barber is getting low. Actually, Sue's on the back as well. W star does go down. Barber gets pulled.
Fresh might fall here. 200
Yeah.
Nope, stays alive.
Anduin is doing so well, just like spreading the heals around.
Yeah, and I believe he went the double leap of faiths. So, a couple really good pulls there. Yeah, that was actually really really even fight, but finally the John Cena got picked up. And Max Thrust has to run from that, has to respect that. Here it comes, jumping over the wall.
Look at Blaze mid.
Yeah.
Popping fresh is like, okay,
Just getting the
deal with the Punisher. I'm just gonna get the keep.
Yeah, I think that they may not get this one with the Punisher falling. Yeah. And take the safe option once again. Back out. Look for their level 20s. They're gonna have ARAM will have a large window of time where they can abuse their level 20 spike before Max Thrust is able to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're talking 2.25 level.
Yeah.
So definitely some juicy camps up. It looks like do get a little aggressive here. Mosh
Yeah,
gets
big flash.
interrupted. Oh, but that's a really good black hole that goes down. Vicuti getting really low.
Yeah, 100 health. But he lives.
It looks like they want to kind of just back out of this all alive.
Oh.
Modus Trolling's like, nope. Popping fresh on the flank. Catches Sylvanas.
Yeah, with this kill, that's gonna become pretty dangerous for Max Thrust. I think they're probably going to lose this keep at least.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. We get Odin popped.
Big red button.
Yeah, big red button definitely going to keep. We'll just see how much Muffin Man can kind of heal up his team.
Ooh, Papa Fresh gets a 2-man.
Oh, that was a massive
Contact
stun.
Cutie getting caught up in it as well.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be game. That was a massive blaze stun that basically set up those 2 kills.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like what we were saying in the beginning. ARAM just picked up really dangerous heroes. Just so much crowd control and follow-up available to them.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of said at the beginning, both of us definitely like their draft. I saw a couple in chat as well that mentioned the or picked that draft as being better. Yeah, and that you kind of see why.
Yeah, and they knew they had the advantage too because they were, I mean, even from level 1, it seemed like they were invading camps, abusing the aggressive nature of their team. Really bullying that baby diva.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a fun time to be frontline in a game like that. You know, like
oh, man,
really
yeah.
frustrating like on ETC whenever you're just trying to make something happen and get a good mosh or something, and there's just like, you know, Anduin roots you when you're trying to Q in, or light bomb, a Nubrak stuns, like just like so many different things.
Yeah, and Press BTO Slice says that was a 0-death game for all random, all middle age.
That's right.
So well done there.
So giving over the Brightwing, not that big of a deal, right?
Yeah, I mean they played through it. Brightwing did make some really nice saves.
Yeah.
In some of those picks, but yeah, I mean it was just kind of overwhelming, the pressure that ARAM's comp had.
Yeah, Valk slays, bonkers CC, light bombs, follow up, well timed Odins. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you think it's so oppressive when you think about all that comp could accomplish. I mean, if Blaze or a Nubrak lands anything, then you have 2 stuns from a Nubrak or 1 contact stun from Blaze to follow up. You've got the Anduin Light Bomb. You've got the Anduin Root. Gosh, what else do they have? You have a Cocoon that can be used somewhere else to turn it into a 5v4 or to interrupt a mosh. Yeah, just kind of oppressive CC chains there.
Yeah, definitely. And those are just, you know, yeah, I don't know if you said the Anduin root or anything like that, but it's like, yeah, all the stuns and then the root, and then, oh, you're also trying to get away. Yeah, you get temporal looped back. Back.
Right.
Even after you think you're out, it's like, oh, wait, no.
Yeah, Brightwing can't cleanse at all.
No.
Looks like we're going to be going to Alterac Pass next.
All right.
Any idea who chose this map yet?
I'm sure there's a way to tell. No, honestly, no, I have no idea. I just wait to see your first picks.
Yeah. I'm not sure if right now they're showing first pick Max Thrust, so maybe if that's the case, then this map will have been ARAM's choice.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right. That's what you like to see, the quick lobby too.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, who's your MVP for that last game?
Um, Probably Anduin. Uh,
Okay.
Anduin's made the no death game possible. Like
Yeah.
Max Thrust put on some pressure in those fights. They just weren't able to knock down, knock someone all the way out. So lots of saves. Although, yeah, I don't know. And that's my MVP, but it is difficult in a game like that because it was so dominant by the end of the game that you could say that any one of them was a key to victory.
Yeah. I was going to pick Blaze.
Yeah,
Um, but like, well, obviously because of the. I mean, if you just take a look at that very last play, it was like that double stun that basically led to the end of the game. Um, Tons of great plays, good bunker, soaking, whenever he needed to. But yeah, after you say Anduin, I'm like, yeah, Anduin was. That's right. It was a shutout.
got to give the healer some love.
Yeah, it's like in soccer or hockey. Whenever there's a shutout, you gotta give props to the goalie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if that last game changes Max Thrust's ban strategy. I think last game they banned Rhaegar and Greymane first. So yeah, it does indeed.
Yeah, right off the bat, Anubarak. Which, Anubarak kind of has that weird thing on this map where you can kind of steal that first objective by yourself.
Yep, that's true. Beetles are pretty useful here.
But also, obviously, last game, Anubarak was really strong.
Yeah, I think maybe anyone just holding a grudge against Nubarak because the cocoons kept interrupting every mosh she tried. Yeah, Abraham's sticking with the Stukov Johanna bans. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, user getting that Rhaegar picked up. If that that might be kind of like a first pick as a ban as well, since they banned it the first round. So
Yeah. And then we get the Sylvanas steal.
yeah, Sylvanas switches sides too, and there's the Hogger. Hogger also popular on this map. At least in Storm leagues, he's good because uh, when all of your teammates don't want to take the camp, you can just do it yourself.
Yeah.
In competitive, though, I do find it. I've tried to be the one to go get that camp, but it means you have to leave your lane, and
Right.
then someone has to cover it. I think it's just better to have
Like,
a DPS go take it. Like a
yeah,
healer.
DPS healer. Yeah, it's one of those things like Hogger probably better because you're sending one and it probably takes just as long. But it's like, hey, that means you have to coordinate that with people on your team, and
Yeah, and it's like not even you don't get that
good
much. You're
luck.
not going to get it. It's not going to be getting done faster. I don't think
Yeah,
necessarily.
you're only using one hero though.
Yeah, but in
Yeah,
the early games, at least, I don't know. Like you're probably not getting much done in terms of siege or anything. You're
right,
just kind of
right.
soaking.
It's like two people soaking a lane instead of one. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
exactly. But regardless, he's. I mean, it's that's one thing that I think about with Hogger on this map. But he's just. I mean, Hogger's a dangerous S tier hero just in general. I think.
Yeah. Garrosh. All right, so Garrosh Diablo ban.
Yeah.
Did
Uh,
did
Tank squeeze.
Did Aram play Garrosh the game? I know this is a stretch that you'll remember, but did they play Garrosh last time we casted them? For some
I could
reason, I
find
feel
out.
like that might have happened.
Find out really quickly here.
And we got like the teams flipped, so we got Muffin Man on the Bright Wing now. Modus trolling on ETC.
No, I don't see any Garrosh on the previous.
Okay.
At least not in that match.
Yeah, maybe it was a different one.
So,
Ooh, nice. Stitches.
yeah, Stitches Rag coming through. Rag, pretty good value on this map. Alterac is a massive map, so those if you go chooses Lava Wave, it's gonna get, you know, picks up quite a bit of soak.
Oh yeah. And late game too. This is
Yeah,
usually a
that's
long
true.
duration map. They're they don't have a whole lot of frontline though. Like they're really squishy. Just like overall
Yeah,
HP of that whole team is just
you talking about Max Thrust?
yeah, max thrust is
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
low.
definitely. They're definitely going to rely a lot on picks. They're
Yeah.
going to need Stitches hooks and quick kills. Because as you say, it's, when you pick the Rag, one thing you worry about is that he doesn't have much crowd control, hardly any crowd control unless you count blast wave stuff. But yeah, so you're not going to have very much protection for your backliners.
Yeah, definitely not.
So gonna need that. Yeah, Max Thrust is definitely gonna need to pick up some hook kills and stay away from that kind of hard engage that ARAM's gonna have this time. I will say though, I mean, yeah, I think this is at least a better. This is a better draft in terms of I don't know, making sure that ARAM didn't get their same kind of really oppressive crowd control setup.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's going to be easier to face this all random all middle aged team.
Yeah. I
team
I
comp than the
agree.
previous one.
It seems more evenly matched draft wise. Speaking
Although
of draft,
I still like ARAM's draft better though.
yep, I do too. On the left side, maximum thrust, we have anyone on Stitches, W Star on Vala, Xyliv on Ragnaros, Vacuity on Kael'thas, and User Error on Rhaegar.
Right.
And we got a cheese bottom.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, Salza on that Sylvanas getting knocking down a fort. I mean a tower, excuse me, not a whole fort. Nice hook on a Salza.
Yeah.
Is going to be able to walk away from it though.
And Vacuity, we said not a whole lot of that CC follow up, but Vacuity definitely landing the traded gravity laps on that and caught two.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well done there. Using that trait on the.
Helping hand mid lane. I'm really glad I caught that. On a speedy Vala as well. That definitely, because we have an auto attack Vala, so yeah, gotta keep her alive.
For sure.
Keep those stacks.
Yeah, I'm sort of keeping an eye up on the top lane. Zilla still trying to trade with the Hogger, but is sort of losing the battle over time.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about that matchup, but if I had to guess it, that'd probably be what I would guess.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to play around with that too much.
the Rag has burst, but Hogger just has so much sustain. He goes this. Let's see. Oh, we have a pause. But yeah, I guess while we're paused, I'll go ahead and say the Hogger level 1 that a lot of people take is this On the Prowl. It's an activatable to gain rage, but the passive is really helpful as well. You heal for 9 health a second, increase by 2% for every point of rage. So that ends up getting you quite a bit of self-sustain.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that one On the Prowl and Hoggers Joggers. So pretty even, no kills, and even on XP. As camps are back up, it looks like Greymane and Brightwing are the first to go over and get that. As now we have Souza bottom with Poppin' Fresh, trying to get a little bit more damage. Modus Trolling getting low, probably will go. Brightwing Z's in, but Modus Trolling's still going to go down. Muffin Man might go down as well. No, obviously Blink Heal, yeah.
Yep. Max Thrust chasing down those kills.
Yeah. Who needs CC when you can just run people down and get kills? Although,
yeah, just run fast.
While Rag is getting that camp, oh, I guess Stitches stayed to clear, but bottom taking some damage. Greymane's coming down here to help accelerate the process too. But realize that Rhaegar capped it and needs to go back up.
Hook going out onto the Sylvanas, but Modus trolling there to power slide in.
Yeah, anyone's been landing some good hooks.
Oh yeah.
Already, so I'm excited for post 13. Maybe Gorge. Just looking at his build, not that it really matters, but might see a Bile game here.
Lots of damage going down on the Max Thrust middle.
Yeah.
Middle forward here. Oh, Brightwing gets interrupted on his Muffin Man's attempted teleport.
Yeah, Max Thrust is like, you know, they're 100% getting the prisoners pushing, or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
it's the prison camp, and then yeah. So it's like, okay, you can get a little bit of damage mid. That's fine. We're gonna get damage 3 different lanes. So, because this, and they're almost level 10.
Yeah, this could potentially gain maximum thrust quite a bit here, especially since they're going to hit 10s during this engagement and all.
Yeah.
Sylvanas going to go ahead and clean out the top alone, but might be at the cost of this middle fort.
Yeah, there's a 5-man mid. Oh, and Wave goes mid as well.
Yeah, so that's pretty standard. I think ARAM kind of understanding that they're probably going to lose one fort, so just make sure it's only one fort and clear out those other ones.
Yeah, top.
Overall, pretty good defense. You can't really ask too much more than that.
Yeah, yeah. Top lost the wall and then part of the wall bottom. But it looks like top will lose a little bit more. Maybe a possible trade on bottom fort and the Rag kill. I don't see how Rag lives.
Stay alive so far.
Yeah.
Not going to be enough in the end. Oh, both teams. Max Thrust going immediately onto the boss, and I think ARAM having the same idea on the bottom.
So maximum thrust a little bit faster on that boss. But Greymane was mid getting that camp.
Right.
Not really like a rush, I guess, to getting this one, but let's see. It looks like maximum thrust mostly going to defend, and ARAM is just going to be pushing with. Stitches,
Gorge going down on the ATC.
yeah, it does go Gorge, but we get the bullet. Does so much damage.
Yeah, Stitches just not able to waddle fast enough there. Missed so much damage in the back.
Yeah, that was a big burst. So Lava Wave does go down, and Rag uses trade up on the keep.
That's really going to be the name of the game for ARAM, is if they can get that initial blow up onto a target, the fight will go well for them.
Yeah.
They do, you know, Max Thrust does have the ancestral healing available to potentially stop that, but
This is a 5v4 here. If anyone can land a good hook and force this fight, that definitely would be trouble. Even though they're almost level 13, this little choke is a great spot to land a hook.
yep. So Max Thrust getting that timer rolling. Put Gorge onto the Auger, but not able to move that far after gorging.
Both DPS going down. The
Yeah,
cutie
Cuty's
goes
gonna
down
fall
as
too.
well after landing a great.
Oh my goodness, there's so much just pure damage coming out from that Greymane.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing why that
Auger.
Greymane was banned in that first game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Kael'thas landed a great gravity lapse to interrupt the ETC Mosh early, but yeah, the wave just kept going.
Yeah, so far I think that's 2 gorges that have been sort of foiled by ARAM's team. Stitch is not able to get out far enough. Zelv's in a load of trouble right now, but he is able to walk out. Big
Barber.
AoE damage.
Oh, gets the move speed.
Yeah, Lotus Trolling gonna fall. Oh, Salza teleports in, does have the double teleport.
But still, Rhaegar, yeah.
Yeah, not enough separation there. But this push will be against Max Thrust here, so even with the kills on the end, could potentially see some structure damage go through here.
Yeah, we'll see a little bit. But that was about as good as you could have done to kind of stop that push.
Right.
Because mid's being dealt with. Bottom for sure is gone. Mid doing a little bit of damage. And top probably will do a little bit of damage as well. But
But it won't knock it down, it looks like. So.
no. Unless they just straight push mid, which it looks like they will. Possible trade on the bottom as well.
Couldn't go ahead and manually do it.
And that's going to give us 16s for both sides.
Zelev could be in trouble up here if
Yeah.
ARAM decides to tower dive him. Zelev realizes
Looks
it
like,
and starts looking.
yeah, he got the Spidey sense and got out. We kind of have another little base race going on. Modus Trolling
this
is
one's gonna
backing.
This one's going to favor Max Thrust, though, since they are already on the keep.
Yeah.
Oh, but that is a half-healthy cavalry.
Yeah, Poppin' Fresh definitely going to get some value.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about this map and these objectives is they don't die over time like Cursed Hollow or
Right.
Or not Cursed Hollow, but Tomb of the Spider
Tomb of the
Queen,
Spider
Garden
Queen.
of Terror.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things, especially into the late game, these cavalry will just. I mean, I've seen them start hitting waves on your side of the map and then make it all the way and
Like
kill the keep.
full health, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Max Thrust with that kill on ETC, I just saw Lava Wave catch a, just de-push that huge wave top. It's like late game Stitches, pretty good. Late game Vala, pretty good. Like, they're ahead in kills by 1. They're full level lead. They're doing pretty good. Max Thrust is.
Yeah, Max Thrust has set themselves up to potentially have a win here, but it ain't, it's all about. I predict it'll come down to like one fight, one
Yeah.
fight over an objective, and for either side, there's enough of a path to victory for both sides opened up already.
For sure.
So any one big fight could do it. So Max Thrust got that bottom boss and is going to double boss it with no pressure coming through for ARAM. ARAM deciding to just go ahead and clean them both up.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, buys time to 20.
Yep.
So,
a little bit of structure damage.
Yeah, get a little damage. This mid wave, not huge, but that null camp is powerful. Let's see if we get like a pre-20 fight if ARAM can force one.
Right, yeah, they may want to. They don't have their Hogger with them at the moment, though.
Ooh, that was a nice ETC boop away to interrupt the hook.
Fast reaction time.
Yeah.
Another hook is going to go out any time now. There it is. Modus Troll able to boop away and slide out before that gorge actually goes off.
Yep. All right, we got basically 20.
Yeah,
still
very, very
not
soon.
Quite. ETC
Yeah,
trying to make
ARAM.
something happen.
Salza flanking, teleports through the team.
Big
and
silence.
The team again.
As we just now have 20 going down. Barber getting low. Oh, gorged during the mosh wind up.
Yeah.
That pulverized damage on, just that slow on Stitches
Max
is
Thrust
nasty.
Has split, but I think they're going to go ahead and Modus Troll doesn't have anywhere to go for that one, so.
Yeah, 3 for 0.
3 for 0 in that. ARAM kind of had to force that timing of that fight, trying to, get in there before Max Thrust was able to pick their level 20s.
Yeah, I mean they're just on the timer with Ragnaros, double lava wave. Like they're just. It's not like they have. I mean they have Brightwing, but it's not like they have a Dahaka or Falstad to like constantly be pushing and soaking. So they're kind of in a tough spot. They felt the need to force that fight there, and they were close. I mean, Sylvanas, did that flank, silenced. I saw at least 4.
She did a lot there.
3 or 4 were silenced with Wailing Arrow, and just did a lot of damage on the back line.
This is going to be a pretty tough defense. ARAM did pick up their level 20s, though. So they'll have that. We've got a Death Metal picked up by ETC.
Yeah, this will probably be a triple keep. The question is it going to be game?
Yeah, this is tough to defend. They're going to have to really burn these cavalry riders and stay alive while doing so.
Greatman doing a good job defending mid keep though.
Ooh, that is Sylvanas going down.
Ragnaros though immediately traded out.
Yeah, it's true.
So we have
Core only has the 1 keep to give it armor. So
yeah, this looks like it's
half
game.
I think Max does to be able to finish this one out.
Yeah. Especially with the AoE Rhaegar heals.
Yeah, keeping everybody topped off there.
Yeah.
So good game. We've got a game 3.
Game 3 coming up.
All right. Yeah, that was a well played by Max Thrust, and like you said earlier, they drafted a pretty good draft as well, gave themselves a chance, and capitalized on it. So this has turned out to be a very good matchup.
Oh yeah. Yeah, W star on the Vala, one death, 49k.
Yeah,
Um,
Max Thrust got kills in a way that I didn't expect. They like instead of always getting kills because of like hook, gorge, or picks, it was more just kind of like running people down with the Vala, and then
right?
the hooks were there to just keep them close.
Yeah, it was yeah, you're exactly right. It was not kind of how I was expecting. It was like the gorge was kind of like an afterthought, you know. It's not like the normal stitches hook gorge blow that person up and then fight a 5v4. It's like
It
it
actually
was
got him killed a couple times. Inward
yeah.
died twice trying to
Yeah.
do the gorge. Yeah, kind of better off just instead of trying to walk away with the gorge target, they just shoot him and try to chase him around.
Ace said ETC Sylve Brightwing is 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. That uh, kind of three that those three heroes were played the previous game. Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, our next map will be Towers of Doom. It looks like. Not sure who picked it. We'll find that out shortly.
Towers of Doom. There we go. All right.
I'm gonna do a quick break, so I'll be right back in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Do not forget to hit that follow button for more HOTS content. More competitive HOTS. It's how the game should be played. I think we're just waiting on a couple, or no, just waiting to move some teams around.
Alrighty, I am back.
All right.
So it appears ARAM has chosen the first pick. So that must mean Max Thrust has picked this map.
All right. Looks like we're underway for game 3. NGS Division D West.
Well, we're not going to see a tiebreaker on the Brightwing. The Brightwing win rate tonight. Looks like with the change in first pick priority, the draft priorities have changed, kind of flipped around, with Max Thrust deciding to be the ones to ban out the Stukov.
Yeah. That's just what makes game 3s so interesting. It's like, it's like just
you've
taking
seen what
all
the
that
other
extra.
team's capable of.
Yeah. It's like the first round of a fight might be a little slow, trying to feel the opponent out and get your range down.
Yep.
So, no surprise on the noob again. That was banned last game by Maximum Thrust. And Joe was banned by ARAM each game. Is that right?
Yes, they banned out
Okay.
Johanna all 3 games.
The Rhaegar steal.
Yep. Rhaegar has been either first picked or first banned, or banned in the first round. I think every single match tonight.
Yeah.
Plays Sylvanas, so yeah. So far, we're seeing the teams kind of trade the heroes that they, that they want back and forth from each other. Both teams kind of favoring the similar hero pools.
Looks like this might be a main tank Blaze, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. Unless there's some swapping going on,
Yeah.
or something like that. Yep, could be main tank Blaze.
All right. So we've got the DPS Muradin and then Dahaka.
Oh yeah, you got to switch over your scenes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that Anduin, not picking Anduin on that 1-2 spot. But I do get Malfurion.
Oh yeah, that was a quick pick too. So user was ready and willing to pick up that Malfurion.
Yeah, kind of with that healer squeeze towards the top with three being banned and then one being first picked, it's kind of like, hey, you don't pick it in that first rotation, you can kind of almost expect that ban.
Yeah, absolutely.
Greymane again. Now, that's going to be a little bit possibly rough for Malfurion because, as you know, Malf doesn't have that. Okay, doesn't have that save button. Not that big burst heal, that you might need for like a Chromie or a Greymane. But Illidan.
Yeah, going to depend a lot on route placements and help from Blaze.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's not going to be incredibly easy for. It might not be incredibly easy anyway. We'll see how it goes for ARAM to dive this comp because, Muradin and Greymane can both be stopped in their, mid jump by root or a contact stun from Blaze.
Yeah.
So, in terms of engagements, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I don't see ARAM being able to easily dive in on the back line of Max Thrust this game.
Yeah, I mean we've got like Ice Block and Sylv, mobility and possible unstoppable.
I will say though, the ball is sort of in ARAM's court because they're the ones with the. Well, at least early game, they're going to have the more aggressive style comp. Like I suppose late game with the Illidan hunt, you could say maybe Max Thrust can use that as an engage tool in force fights. So, but until we get to that point, yeah, Illidan's going to be pretty busy getting that soak, and it'll kind of be up to ARAM if they decide to force an engagement. It'll be, their priority to do so.
Yeah, like they kind of have to be pushing for these kills. Otherwise, Naz is going to stack hard and, Illidan can kind of run around and do his thing.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to get the level 1 stacking Shadow Dagger build once again from Sylvanas. So that kind of makes it, Max Thrust has a scaling team, big time. They've got the Illidan for the late game, then Nazebo, the Shadow Dagger, Sylvanas. So I think that's going to be important for them. The ARAM doesn't have as many late game scaling heroes, but they do have quite an aggressive high burst comp. So, it's possible that they can just kind of lights out engage on Max Thrust in the early portions of the game.
Yeah, definitely in the early. It looks like, Maximum Thrust. Just anytime you see that in Nazebo, I'm just always thinking late game. It's like they're just just rotate, get the soak, push around, get what you can, and then just try to get stacked and get the tanky boy.
Yep.
So a little kind of role swap because Xyliv is on the Nazebo and Vicuity is on Illidan. Just kind of noticing.
Right, yeah. Yeah, good call. I didn't notice the swap either. But yeah, Vicuity is comfortable in that off-lane role. I've seen him play off-lane many, many times. So.
Mm-hmm. Perfect Storm, Muradin.
Yeah, I guess technically Muradin's scaling in the late game. He'll hyper carry Muradin with that with that Q stacks.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I always love when a team pulls out like, you know, Illidan or even Nazebo. I like seeing Nazebo in competitive. Especially in game 3. It's like
Yeah, we didn't
you just
really
love
get
it.
repeats in this game three, of at least in terms of overall comps. Both of these drafts are especially Max Thrust is different than their previous iterations.
Yeah, for sure. Also Murden. It's like I don't know. I feel like I don't see a ton of Murden in like at least the games that I've casted recently. I mean, I you see Murden a decent amount in Storm League, but I mean, I think Murden's still like top tier tank.
Yeah, I like him a lot, especially for these like silver, gold, maybe plat. I don't know. I haven't played in plat in a long time, but
Yeah,
Burden's just very forgiving, and
yeah,
he's got a lot of individual power all into his own. So you can kind of make plays with him in a way that you may not get as punished for in a competitive
mm-hmm.
battle. He may not have, quite the peel ability that other tanks have, but he can be scary.
Yeah. No, I mean I like it. I love Murden. You do too, so that's it's
Oh
great to
yeah.
see. Time Walker's Pursuit on Chromie. So that's an interesting one. Usually you see what is it called? Bronze Talons at level 2 for that one. I don't know. So
Let
we'll
me
we'll
see.
see.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Chromie builds. It's a hero I only get to play in ARAM.
With like 4 Chromies.
Yeah, yeah. And when I do, I always panic pick my talents because I have no idea how to build her. I mean, so you're not show. I guess you're giving up the deep breathing, um, or Q build. So you're not. It's kind of like, I don't know. Would you just call that a time trap build, or I don't know.
um
We'll see what else gets picked. But you get that 10% spell power. Kind of helps make up for the lost. You don't get the quests at one.
right. Yeah, it's kind of like a more hybrid. Like I mean, I'm guessing we'll see Bronze Talons, which increases auto attack damage after you Q, I think. Um, but yeah, that one's kind of like a hybrid one. It's like yeah, you get spell power, you get time trap, arming reduction, and then also a 4-second reveal every 25 seconds. That's like
Yeah, that one's kind of big. Um,
so it's just kind of
Especially
like
in
a
the late
do
game.
all. I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge the value, but it is interesting.
Help your team. I mean, yeah, it could potentially have a lot of value if you consider that your team is not going to walk into a bush gank when they may have walked into it,
Yeah.
without the talent. So, I mean, I don't know. Vision is always helpful.
King Andrew says this is basically just Q build Chromie.
Uh,
Yeah, probably the best vision talent. Like, especially if you include all the other benefits.
yeah, yeah,
It's like it does 3 different things.
yeah. Right. That's true. Blaze going for the new habits this time around. Um, gonna want that unstoppable.
Yeah, I feel like that's the standard for like a main tank Blaze. You know, I mean,
That's
I
true.
think,
That's true. You kind of need it to so your engages don't get instantly interrupted.
yeah,
It's very actually pretty easy to interrupt blaze charges if that's the only engage tool you have, which is sort of the case for max thrust. If you, but I mean, the Illidan hunt can be. You could consider that an engage tool as well. If he chooses it, I'm not sure if he'll go hunt or not.
yeah,
I would imagine so, but
yeah, probably. I mean, okay, here we go. We are back. Although the thing just said a hero left the battle, so I don't know.
yeah, we'll see. It looks like they are.
Okay.
Max thrust is all moving like humans, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, Modus trolling, trying to stack that level 1. Is that,
Yeah.
okay, there you go. There's the stack.
Yeah, being aggressive on that rotation, being annoying as only a Murden can.
Lyle says that comp looks rough.
Looks rough.
I'm guessing. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
which comp?
guess.
Which comp?
Yeah, max thrust. Say in the chat, Lyle. Yeah, so spider build already at 31, stacking on Sylve. We'll keep an eye on that, and then season marksman, as expected, on Illidan. That seems to be the best scaling one into late game.
Yeah, that could be the truth, man. Illidan's still listed as one of my most played heroes, and I probably haven't played him more than 5 times in the last like 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't even. I don't know. All my knowledge of Illidan is
It's from
years old.
2016.
yeah.
Blaze gets that double globe, about to be a triple globe. Saw him get a little hungry for that. As we do have the multiple time traps here for Chromie.
Yeah, more vision control, as well as just being able to, save herself. Or is that kind of the go-to? Do you always go the multiple time traps?
I don't play a ton of Chromie, but no, I usually go the armor gain or reduction.
Oh yeah, okay, I've seen that before.
Yeah,
too.
I think that's the more popular one. I mean, this one's good too, but
Yeah, that's true. Chris PTO Slice pointing out that Murden actually stacks that Q from the auto attacks, so he'll need to.
yeah, you need to get those autos down.
toe to toe with them to.
Old
stack that
Murden,
up.
where you just run around and throw hammers at people, is
Yeah, right.
dead.
Yeah, I'm glad they made that change. It's a lot more
Yeah.
interesting to have to go up and actually slap them.
Oh, popping fresh.
Tongue.
Z's in and gets a big tongue. Barber getting low, but W Star does get out as they all kind of turned. It's like, hey, there's a lot of damage going down on the back line. Illidan just hanging out, getting that soak.
Yeah, so Aram gets the early lead in the core damage count. Oh, nice little Blaze Stun to put some damage on Barber, but more just to poke him away than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have ridiculous vision control. Just look at all these traps. Making their own little death triangle.
I love that you can't see that Chromie's looking at you.
Yeah.
Like
It's not like you're on
it's
creep
so
or
cool.
something. It's like, oh, I know I'm on creep.
Yeah, and there's no like red eyeball that appears
Yeah.
over your character, which I think that's pretty. I think that's unique. I don't think any
Right?
other hero has that ability.
Yeah. There we go. Now they see it. It's like, so we're just getting a ton of vision from Chromie, the level 1 and the level 2. Not that they necessarily need an absolute ton because it's kind of like a 4-man bot, but um,
Yeah, it just kind of takes ownership of the bushes.
yeah. Yeah, they're trading back and forth. Probably going to get, yeah, it looks like all 3 of these pumpkins in as
Yep,
the
a little bit of
2
damage there.
top shrines pop up.
Aram will arrive to these first.
Yeah.
Looks like Max Thrust actually deciding not to go after the shrines.
How do you feel about that? Them just deciding to. I mean, it looks like they're just playing for that late game. They're like, hey,
Yeah,
we'll take the L on the core points, but we want structures and levels.
yeah. Maybe they just feel like if they can control this bottom fort, it's going to allow them to extend the game and have a little bit safer. So if they can survive for this engagement here, they'll have plenty. Max Thrust will have plenty of control over this bottom lane, but
Yeah, and they're just now getting 10, not in time to save the Malfurion. But
Aram
who else?
getting the kills, but is falling low. Vacuity jumping on those low health backliners, trying to trade some kills.
Yeah, there's a bunch of members low on ARAM, but no deaths as Vacuity does go down.
Cursed bullet and
Xylip, oh,
attacked.
the trade on the docket and the Chromie.
Okay, yeah.
Wow,
So
was
couple
that with
kills
those
on the way back.
spiders?
Yeah, I believe that was
Nice.
probably spiders. Spider value.
So what was that? It turned into a 3 for 2. That was a big Naz play. But this
Yeah.
fort is taking some big time damage. Good cleanse out of the Malfurion route.
Yeah, that's kind of all. I mean, for now, that's all Aram needed was to knock that fort low enough to where they can poke it to death safely.
Yeah, it's dead. It's just
Ooh, nice
Chromie
mind
getting
control on
caught.
Chromie, though.
Gets the root
And a
and
big
the
root
silence.
Oh man, that's why the Emerald Dream is such a good talent. It's basically, I don't know. It's like a short mind, or it's like a short mosh pit kind of.
Yeah.
That you can't attack them, you'll wake them up. But
Poppin' Fresh trying to steal this bottom. Getting the move speed though.
so Aram gets the keep back, but they'll lose some shots here. Aram does have that kind of advantage that they gained by double capping the previous shrine, so I think that they're fine with giving that one up in
Yeah.
exchange for control back over their fort again. Yeah, Naz Spiders, better level 20 than, or better than level 20 Artanis Laser. Yeah, those little things are mean. Little mean spiders.
Alright, we're right on the verge of level 13. Looks like they will clear up those pumpkin camps easily. So we get Bronzebeard, Rage, Ferocious Stalker, Wellspring, and Running Wild. Obviously Timeout, which we saw in the last engagement.
Nice stun mind control combo,
Yeah.
but will they have enough damage to kill him? That is a beefy tank to try to kill. W start getting pretty low. Time
Oh,
stop.
good time stop.
Oh my goodness. Yep, Sleepy Roots doing some work there, but That's probably going to be Max Thrust chased down the rest of the way. Yep, so that was kind of, at least in part, that was a couple kills picked up because of that time trap placement.
Yeah, for sure. I thought we might see a hunt in on the back line at some point there, but maybe that first kill happened too fast, and they're like, "Hey,
But
just
yeah, he may have chosen to just get value elsewhere. It's also not global yet, if I
yeah,
believe.
right, right, right." I did not see where Illidan was at the start of the fight.
Yeah, I didn't either. He might have been within range and just figuring it was a lost fight.
It looks like they are kind of posturing up bottom for a possible fight. Illidan staying nearby. Ooh, there you go. You just talked about interrupting the blaze stun. We get one there.
Yeah, nice
Oh,
mind control kill on
big
that
combo.
W star hitting those mind controls to start these fights off.
Yeah, I mean that
Fresh is
was
alone in the backline here.
mind control into the Malfroot and then immediate hunt back on the Chromie. Basically just couldn't press any buttons there.
Yeah, good kill.
As Illidan immediately going over and getting value at the camp. So yeah, that kind of relieves a little bit of that pressure. Pulls it back to 3 to 8 in kills, and great timing because they're on the verge of 16, and they really need this. We got triple altars coming up.
Yeah, and Max Thrust is running out of core points. It's about time for them to stop leaking core damage.
Yes, for sure.
Looks like they will get 2 of the 3 shrines here. So
yeah, Iceblock does come out, a little peeling root.
Zella's gonna come back.
Yeah, Zella's.
Chromie. Here comes the hunt. Immediate ancestral saves Barber. Anyone gonna get stunned there, and
Yeah,
Murray
probably
jumps
not
over
going to
him
make it out of
prevent
this
the
one.
Escape. That was cool.
Yeah, that fast ancestral has been really important in keeping Greymane alive.
Yeah, just eyes glued on the hypercarry. Hypercarry AA. Okay, this will probably be enough to knock down Max Thrust bottom keep. Alright, let's see if W Star can land another fishing mind control before we... This will be a single point objective, so kind of Max Thrust's maybe last chance before 20 to find themselves a fight on even ground.
Yeah, kind of forced to take that long route around. But yeah, right there, you get the ping, the danger ping. As users in a really tough spot.
Fresh with a stun onto user error, and user error goes down without being able to ult.
Yeah.
Modus trolling, falling low though.
Oh, Nazebo damage.
Yeah, sounds like it's popped. Barber doing his best to clean up some kills here, but has to back out now a little bit low.
Pretty even though it is a 4v3, but anyone trying to get the free cap.
Nope.
Looks like anyone will go down the backside of Bicutie as well. Yeah, the Nazebo wall and spider combo on the Chromie just,
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
That was so much damage, but to start the fight off, honestly, getting vision of maximum thrust in that bush was the Chromie time trap, and that kind of set up and put Malfurion in a weird spot. Oh, got the long jump for Muradin.
Oh
So I
yeah,
was
he's gonna
not
go down.
expecting that.
Yeah, that fight was earlier fight over the objective was 100% won from that, or at least the beginning of the fight. The advantage came from seeing where they were and being able to make Malfurion not able to play the game.
Yeah,
And then
for
they
sure.
just had to fight the rest of it, 5v4.
So we have a boss. So this will put us down to 3 points on the core. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, Blaze in a tough position here. Does have the unstoppable.
He didn't quite. I didn't notice the timing on the unstoppable, but he might have popped it too early.
Yeah, a little early. I know he
But it
did
is
have.
Illidan.
I think what's funny. I think Illidan hunted. I didn't even know you could do that. Hunted Rhaegar's totem. That's what it looked like to me.
Huh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, you can hunt any targetable thing, I believe. Can you hunt buildings? I don't know about that. Maybe.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
But honestly, I have no idea. Say in chat
It
if you
just
know.
says, yeah, it says charge to target unit. So I don't know. I bet you can, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm gonna guess it's like blink heal. Like you can
It could
blink.
be.
You can like a unit, not a structure or something like that. I don't know.
And these
but-
long jumps from the
Yeah.
Muradin are crazy.
This is a tough level 21 v 19 and a 5 v 4 at the same time. This is kind of all in fight. Barber getting low though. Gets away with 300 health as anyone goes down.
Yeah, this is
Muffin Man
You know-
channeling.
the Cutie was forced to go top because they had those pumpkins pushing, so it's kind of a
Checkmate.
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
All
Yeah,
right.
well played, Aran.
So we got a win from Aram. Yeah.
Zebo top damage there, but Barber on that Greymane really close behind, and I would say it's a little tougher to do the damage as Greymane. So yeah, Greymane was kind of ripping it up there.
Yeah, and it was not just the numbers, it was just how quickly all that damage went down. Just deleting Malfurion or I forget who else, but that was the last one that really stood out to me.
Yeah, Greymane actually had 100% kill participation that game and 0 deaths.
Muffin Man on the Rhaegar. 0 deaths, 91k.
Yeah, wow. Pretty good. 16 minutes, 91k. Looks good.
All right. I don't know. I haven't asked if they wanted an interview or anything like that. Let's see. Yeah, that was a good set right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game 3.
Those teams are pretty well matched. I think.
Hello.
There he is. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so congrats. Let's start with game number 1 on Infernal Shrines. Let's see. Y'all got the win. And
That was their 0 death game, I believe.
Yeah, that was 15 to
did
0,
we
right?
get 0 deaths?
I think you got a 0 death, yeah.
Yep.
Nice. I mean, it felt like a like a convincing win for sure. Like we felt really good about our draft
Hmm.
going into that. Like I think we just had a lot of things that we felt comfortable with and that we thought were going to be strong on that map. But I think it went even a little better than we were expecting. Uh,
Yeah, it looked like as far as draft wise for that map, it's like you kind of got everything you could want for Infernal Shrines, like you know Tychus, Odin, um, I mean Anduin, Blaze, like so much CC with the Anubarak. It looked like a frustrating game to play for, or to like try to play into that.
Yeah, OP
mhm.
draft.
Yeah, and yeah, our healer was really good about landing light bombs whenever ETC went in for a mosh pit, so that was super huge.
Yeah, I think Conflicted had Anduin as the MVP
Yeah, I
for
think
that
so.
one. Yeah,
By a small margin, everyone was kind of looked like everyone could have been tapped for MVP there. It was just
yeah,
so well executed.
Yeah, I would agree. But we'll try not to let it get to his head though.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
keep that on the DL.
How about game two? So there definitely was. I liked watching this draft because it looked like um, each team had a good idea of what they wanted to, especially the bands. Like it looked like the bands were like very back and forth on who banned, the Rhaegar or who would first pick a Sylve or a Blaze. Like there were kind of these fights over the same heroes. In game two, you got Greymane Hogger, who is first banned in that first game, and then like Sylve Brightwing. Um, we also kind of thought that was maybe a little bit stronger team comp than uh, the other team for Alterac. Um, but yeah, that kind of what how was it playing that game, and where did it go wrong, I guess.
Yeah, I felt like we were doing okay up until somewhere in the mid game. I think like early game, our plan was we wanted to try and use Sylvan Greymane to get down fort walls to before 10 to try and make it hard for them to do like the hook gorge combo. I think we did a bit of that, but it felt like as the game went on, we just kind of lost like the initiative. Like it felt like they were always the ones coming in, landing their hook, doing their combo, and I didn't feel like the whole game we ever had, like especially in the latter half, any really good engages where like we came in and like got a good mosh pit or something. And part of that is I think like I don't play ETC that much. I thought I could flex into it because I used to play it a lot, but I didn't feel very comfortable on it in particular that game.
Yeah, someone pointed out in chat that after that game too, that the ETC Sylvanas Brightwing combo all like was 0 and 2. So you kind of like almost swapped half of your drafts for for that second game.
Yeah, it's funny because we didn't plan that in the first half. We knew we wanted Sylph because that's a comfort pick for us. But yeah, we just kind of fell into it at the end. I think if I remember right, I think there was kind of a choke on tanks near the end.
Yeah,
I don't think there were a lot of tanks left, so I think I can't remember who my other options were, but I felt like I wanted to try Murden because I thought it could be good, and I can't say that that's like what did us in because I think we also just like between games we're talking about we didn't feel like our team fights were particularly organized and we weren't calling targets particularly well that game. So I think a lot of things didn't work, but I also definitely the ETC pick didn't do us any favors either in the end.
Yeah, I mean it was close, especially we noticed whenever there was like a gorge, it was almost like a detriment to it's like Stitches would gorge somebody and then instead of taking him back and getting the kill on the gorge target, it was like yo, I'd immediately turn around and like etc slide and curse bullet and just like blow up the Stitches. So it looked like it was working out. I don't know like where it turned uh exactly, but or I don't at least remember. But
Hmm.
yeah, it wasn't like it was a pretty close game. I would say most of it. Um, but it looked like there was just too much macro with like lava wave and stuff like that. That just it kind of was just
Yeah,
falling apart towards the end.
definitely. Like towards the end, there was a point that there's a pretty big misplay from us when they got the bottom boss, and I had just died, and they were getting the bottom boss, and we started doing the mid camp, and then we thought about doing the top boss, went up there, and then they just finished the bottom boss, and then we sort of backed off, and we ended up spending a lot of time doing nothing, and I think that sort of cemented like the macro advantage that they had set up. I don't think we ever really recovered after that.
Yeah. All right. Well, so let's see. Game three, Towers of Doom. Um, turn it around. Got a good draft. Chromie, Murden, Greymane, Rhaegar, Dahaka. Um, Barber on the Greymane, I think was banned the first game, if I remember right. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I feel like a lot of you're going to run into that ban pretty often. It looks like Greymane is pretty high impact, and then I mean even Murden and Chromie, especially with all that vision, and then just Murden being able to jump in and secure those kills. Like even when y'all dove mid fort on the Naz, it was like,
Hmm.
yeah, you can pop ice block, but I'm still here, right? It's like that seemed like a pretty good comp for y'all to run on that map.
Yeah, for sure. I think yeah, that was another draft for us where we felt both like we got heroes that we felt like were good on that map and that we were comfortable with. So I think we felt pretty good going into that game. Um, and there are some drafts where you have like a good idea of how you're going to get kills in team fights, and time loop just is one of those things that like when you have it, you know that
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be something that you work around to get kills. So yeah, we felt pretty good about the most of the fights we had that map.
Yeah. Um,
Were you guys worried at all about the scaling of the enemy team? You were able to close it out before they got to 20, so
Yeah, we were a little. I think we talked about it a bit at the beginning of the game, and we felt like it, although it was probably going to be in their favor, like the fact that we had Chromie, who's also very strong late game, would make it like still potentially playable. But I think we were very happy to try and close it out as quickly as we could because yeah, Nizzybo level 20 is a beast.
y-
yeah, yeah, and even the Sylvanas with the stacking Shadow Dagger was beginning. I saw in one of those fights, I watched Murden's health bar get kind of. It was probably a combination of like spiders and um, Shadow Dagger, but it was just like melting quicker than a Murden's health bar is supposed to go down.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple fights I was surprised I got out even after popping Avatar. Is like actually there was one where I almost died to spiders. I was one Rhaegar heal away. Um,
Yeah, yeah, but uh, yeah, y'all navigated those fights well though, and survived the storm, and were able to clean up at the end. Saw your Greymane had 100% kill participation.
I can believe that.
So well done for him.
Well, cool. Do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, yeah, shout outs to my whole team. They're, great to play with and happy to get that win tonight. Shout outs to you guys for casting. And yeah, and shout outs to Maximum Thrust for giving us a really competitive series. We definitely thought it could go either way after that second map, so shout outs to them too.
Awesome.
All
Yeah.
right, we appreciate it.
Congrats on the win, the game 3 win.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much. All right, bye guys.
All
Thanks
right.
again for casting.
All
Thanks.
right, no problem. See you later. All right.
All right. And we'll end it there. Thanks. Don't forget to follow. GG's.